Hare Krishna. Welcome to Tax Guru YouTube channel. This is CA Rohan R. Pingale, practicing chartered accountant based in Mumbai. Also partner in Motilal and Associates LLP, member firm of Marks Network. Welcome to the video series on concurrent audit of bank branches. And today we are going to conduct session 9 on topic Retail Advances Audit. So let's dive into it. Let me allow to share my screen. Yes. So in the previous session, we have discussed audit of loan accounts basics, covering fundamental concepts like sanctioning process, documentation, monitoring, classification of advances, and provisioning. In today's session, we will move forward into one of the most significant areas in branch banking, that is retail advances audit. So retail lending has become one of the largest and fastest growing segments in banking sector. Banks now heavily rely on retail loans such as housing loans, vehicle loans, personal loans, education loans, gold loans, credit cards, and overdraft facilities. All these sectors, all these types comes under the retail advances part. So unlike corporate loans, retail advances are high volume, standardized, and technology driven products. However, despite being small ticket loans, they carry what significant risk, including fraud risk, documentation lapses, very much high, asset classification errors, and income recognition issues too. So for concurrent auditors, it is critical to examine whether loans are sanctioned as per policy, documentation is complete. These 2 points are major part of the checking of the retail advances. So loans are sanctioned as per the policy terms and conditions. Documentation is complete. Security and collateral are valid. End use of funds is proper and asset classification is correct. So in this session, we will cover audit aspects of the following retail loans categories. What are housing loans, vehicle loans, education loans, personal loans, gold loans, and credit cards and overdrafts. Each type of loan we will discuss in detail. So each category will be, yes, discussed with detail and audit procedures, risk and verification points too. So moving further, let's understand the retail advances. So retail advances refers to what? Loans provided by banks to individuals for personal or household purpose rather than business activities. So typical characteristics include small ticket size, large number of accounts, standardized documentation, automated processing system, and scorecard based sanctioning. So retail loans are primarily provided for consumption, education, housing, or personal needs. Personal needs. Common retail advances include what type of loans? As I said, housing loans, vehicle loans, education loans, gold loans, personal loans, credit cards, consumer loans, overdrafts against salary or deposits. So, from an audit perspective, retail advances are important because they represent what? A large share of banks lending. Okay, percentage of lending is high. So they are prone to documentation deficiencies, very much frequent. Then fraud risks exist in KYC, valuation, and income verification. And also monitoring sometimes becomes weak due to the large volumes. Therefore, as auditors, must design what? Systematic sample testing and analytical procedures to review the retail loans. So next, understand the audit objectives in retail advances. So the primary objective of retail advances audit is to ensure what? The loan portfolio is safe, properly documented, and compliant with regulatory guidelines and internal policies. So key audit objectives include compliance with credit policy, that is verify that loans are sanctioned as per the bank's credit policy, including eligibility criteria, loan to value ratio, LTV, margin requirements and repayment times. Also, the sanctioning authority is also important. Ensure that the sanctioning authority has approved the loan within their delegated powers. And under documentation, review whether all required loan documents have been executed, including loan agreements, hypothecation agreements, and mortgage documents. And also, we need to see that each page of the document is signed by borrower and the banking authority. So the security and collateral under that verify that security offered is valid and properly charged in favor of the bank. That paper, that document also very important. Under monitoring and recovery, ensure what EMIs are being recovered regularly. That is a post disbursement follow-up, and accounts are monitored for overdue payments, if any. And under asset classification, verify that the correct classification of accounts is as a standard SMA or NPA based on the repayment status. So, moving further, retail advances audit approach. So, let's understand that due to the large number of retained loan accounts, it is not practical to audit every account. Okay. So, therefore, what happened is that as a concurrent auditor, we should adopt a risk-based audit approach. So, important steps include here selection of sample accounts. So, high value loans, recently sanctioned loans, restructured accounts, accounts nearing NPA classification. These are the some of the criteria. Then under review of sanction process, verify the credit appraisal, income verification, insurance coverage, credit score review, under the documentation, loan agreement, guarantee documents, then under security verification, hypothecation or mortgage, valuation reports are important, registration of charge that need to be checked. Under monitoring of repayment, we need to check EMI tracking, overdue accounts, early warning signals. So this structured approach ensures what? Efficient coverage of risk areas in retail advances. So now moving further, we will see each type of advances. So under housing loans are loans provided to individuals for what? Purchase, repairs, construction, or renovation of residential property. So these loans usually have long repayment tenure, right? So like 10 to 30 years. Mortgage of the property is treated as a security. So EMI based repayment is included here. So housing loans represent one of the largest retail loan segments in the banks. So security generally includes what? Equitable mortgage of the property, assignment of insurance policy, and personal guarantee in some cases. So banks follow loan to value norms known as LTV, where loan amount is limited to a percentage of the property value. Okay, so auditor must ensure that property valuation is genuine, legal verification is complete, mortgage creation is properly documented, and insurance is obtained. So that need to be taken care of. So let's moving further understand housing loan audit checks. So here key audit checks in housing loans include what? Sanction terms, very important. We need to verify whether loan amount, tenure, and interest rate match sanction terms. Then under property valuation, we need to check valuation report from approved valuer. Under legal scrutiny, we need to see confirm legal opinion regarding the property title and ownership. That is very much important. Many of the times, what happened is that this legal scrutiny lack the things. So we need to see whether properly that property title and ownership is legally confirmed by the panel lawyer of the bank. Under mortgage creation, we need to ensure the property mortgage is properly created and documented. And under disbursement conditions, we need to check whether disbursement is made as per stage of construction or purchase agreement only. So auditor must also ensure that property insurance is obtained and assigned to the bank. That is very one of the main part of the thing. So moving further, let's understand vehicle loans. So under vehicle loans are provided for purchase of what? Cars, commercial vehicles or two-wheelers. So security is typically hypothecation of vehicle in the favor of the bank. So key risk areas include here fake invoices many times, non-registration of hypothecation, absence of insurance. So these three important factors need to be taken care of. What? Fake invoices, non-registration of hypothecation, and absence of enforcement. That these are the important things we need to be see that these are all documented. So the bank ensures its security through endorsement in the registration certificate, that is RC, showing the bank as hypothecatee. So let's see what are the checks under vehicle loan. So concurrent auditor should verify, as I said, authenticity of vehicle purchase invoice, execution of hypothecation agreement, RC book showing bank's charge, valid insurance policy assigned to bank, and loan disbursement directly to the vehicle dealer. It should not be disbursed to the borrower's account. It should be disbursed directly to the vehicle dealer only. So auditors must also ensure vehicle delivery confirmation and borrower KYC verification. We need to see also that the vehicle is delivered to the borrower. Next, let's understand education loans. So education loans are provided to whom? Students for pursuing higher education in India or abroad. So these loans usually include tuition fees, hostel charges, books and equipment, and travel expenses for overseas education. So these are the main four things which covered under the education loans, and we need to see nothing other than that is given or given for that purpose. So these are the main things: tuition fees, hostel charges, books and equipment, and travel expenses for overseas. So repayment generally begins after course completion and moratorium period. So security requirements vary depending on the loan amount. So it varies on the depending on the loan amount. So let's see what are the checks under education loans. So key audit procedures include here: verify the admission letter from the educational institution, very important. Then check course fee structure received from that education institution. Then also ensure what? Loan disbursement directly to the institution and not to the borrowing student or their guardian or parents. We need to see that the loan disbursed directly to the institution. Verify collateral security where applicable and monitor repayment after the moratorium period. So that needs to be taken care of under education loans. Moving further, let's understand personal loans. So personal loans are unsecured loans provided to whom? Individuals based on primarily on salary income, credit score, and employment stability. So since these loans are unsecured, banks charge higher interest rates compared to other loan segments and to compensate for the risk purpose without any security. Okay, means slightly 2 to 3% higher than the other regular interest rates. Moving further, let's understand what are the checks under personal loans. So audit checks include here salary slips, bank statements, very important. Many times they lack the salary slips from 16. Okay, so we need to see that the credit bureau report also we need to see, employer verification need to be carried out, EMI deduction through salary accounts where applicable, that need to be also taken care of. So auditors should also check multiple borrowings and borrower indebtedness through the credit reports that need to be taken care of. So moving further, let's see gold loans. So gold loans are secured loans where gold ornaments are placed with the bank. These loans are popular because quick processing, minimum documentation, and immediate liquidity. So, however, even though that they also carry the valuation and security risks, your valuation report is very important. So let's see what are the audit checks under gold loan. So key audit procedure include verification of gold appraisal report. That, as I said, the appraisal report from the gold value. So check purity testing records. Ensure that gold stored in a secure vault. We need to see that packets. Verify the loan amount within the permitted LTV limits. And auditor should also ensure the proper inventory records of the placed gold. Next, let's understand credit cards and overdrafts. So credit cards and overdrafts provide customers with revolving credit limits. Here user can borrow up to the sanction limit and repay the periodically. So risk factors include here overutilization. Many times it happens. So we need to see that CBS also flag this thing. So we need to report in our monthly report if it things happens that it is overutilized, and we need to be check that whether what needs to be done. So delayed payments, fraudulent transactions are risk factors we need to taken care of. Let's understand audit checks under credit card and OD audit. So here, where audit checks include what? Verification of credit limit approval, okay, customer KYC compliance, monitoring of overdue balances, and review of fraud detection system. So auditor should also ensure proper classification of overdue accounts as NPAs. That also need to be taken care of. So now moving further, we will see common risks in retail advances. What are they? So retail advances also face several risks such as incomplete documentation. As I said in my earlier slides that here the incomplete documentation is major adverse thing. So fake borrower identity, overvaluation of property or gold, misclassification of NPAs. So as a concurrent auditor, we need to play a key role in early detection of such irregularities. Next, now we are at our end of the session, that is conclusion and key learnings from today's session. So retail advances represent what one of the most important components of bank lending today. Although individual loan sizes may be small, but the aggregate combining all exposure is significant. So concurrent auditors must focus on what? Sanction compliance as per terms and conditions of the sanction letters, documentation accuracy, security verification, monitoring all repayment, proper asset classification. By conducting a systematic and risk-based audit, auditors can help banks reduce fraud risks, improve the credit quality, and ensure what? Regulatory compliance. So retail advances audit therefore remains a critical responsibility in the concurrent audit framework. So that's it for today. Thank you. Thank you so much for patient hearing. If you have any questions, observations, suggestions, then do let me know via WhatsApp, email, or you can also comment below the video. Hope you are getting valuable knowledge from all these video series which we are conducting on Tax Guru YouTube channel. So stay tuned to the Tax Guru YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed, then do subscribe Tax Guru YouTube channel for latest updates and video series like this. Thank you. Thank you so much once again. Bye bye. Take care. See you soon. Hare Krishna.